Hello everyone, hope you're all doing good. I like sharing this little anecdote in many of my programs. It's about a group of college students who go to a village for some social awareness camp, and the organizers would warn them before they went there. This village is a very remote village and there aren't many buses to that village, and if you have to leave that village, you need to leave the village by 6 o'clock, and once you miss the last bus at 6 o'clock, that means you got to stay there. This group of college students will say, okay, that's fine, we'll take care of that, we'll make sure that we return by 6 o'clock and we catch the last bus. But in their enthusiasm, working with the villagers and with their new experience, everyone will forget about the last bus and they end up missing the last bus. And suddenly someone will call, hey, the bus is gone, the bus is gone. Then they have no other go but to stay in that village. But the problem there is that there aren't any restaurants in that village, and they didn't come with any food because they had planned for a day. They came with lunch and some snacks which they had finished by the time the day is over. Now they are left with no food. One of the students will just approach one of the villagers and ask them, can you please cook a simple meal for us and we'll pay you for that. This is what has happened. We missed the bus. And the villager also will think it over and said, yes, of course, we will help you because you came to help us. Now it's our turn to do something for you. Let's cook a simple meal for you. And the villager will go and get everything done and come and serve a simple, nice meal. The students will enjoy the open outdoor dinner. And one of the students, just before having his dinner, will feed a little dog that is roaming around there. The next day morning, everyone will be packing their bags, and one of the fellows will come and tell them, hey, the little dog that you fed last night is dead, you know that? And everyone will be shocked to hear that. You mean the dog that I fed? Yes, the dog that you fed is dead, it's not anymore. It'll ring a bell in everyone's mind. Oh my God, it's something to do with the food that we ate. One by one will start developing symptoms, one after the other. Some will start puking and others will have loose motion and stomach upset, and some people will even develop fever. And each one has got their own symptom, and they'll just rush off catching their first bus, cursing the village and cursing how bad their village experience was, and they will all curse their experience coming to that village and the mistake they did by asking the villagers to cook for them. They just spoke among themselves, oh, we must never have done that because these villages aren't hygienic. See what has happened now, this is a big mistake. That's what they will say, and they'll rush off catching the first bus. 2 or 3 days later, one of the villagers will come and meet them, asking them how was their experience, and the students will explain to them, one of the dogs that we fed died. Which dog? He'll ask. The little dog that was there. Oh, that little dog. While running out, it was hit by a lorry and it's dead. Poor thing, he says. What? Yes, the dog was hit by a lorry and was dead. The dog was hit by the lorry and not by food poisoning. The problem often in our lives is that we don't respond to reality but to the ideas in our head. One simple question would have turned the situation totally different. If only the students were to ask, how did the dog die? They would have got the truth that day itself. They would have understood what had happened to the dog, and no one would have developed those symptoms that they developed thinking that they had been food poisoned. Stop for a moment. Ask yourself whether you're responding to the ideas in your head or to the reality. It is always good to stop for a moment before we respond. Thank you.